Hey everybody, it's Ben, and today we're doing the 3rd grade worksheet, lesson 17. So let's just get straight into it. So the first section is choose the unit you would use to measure each, right? Inch, foot, yard, or mile. So this goes in length order, which means the inch. Hold up. There we go. The inch is the smallest, then there's foot, then yard, then mile. So you guys should know what most of these are, but the only thing that might be complicated is a yard, which is 3 feet. So just 3 feet. So with this in mind, let's do the first 3. The height of a refrigerator. So it's the height, which means we're looking up. So the height would most likely, well, let's do the cancel out first. We wouldn't use it. Sorry. Okay, we're looking at the height. Sorry about that. So the height is up and down of a refrigerator. So, like I said, let's do the cancel out. Refrigerator wouldn't be a mile, and inches are too small, which means it goes between feet and yard. And naturally, in this scenario, we wouldn't use yards since yards are just too unethical. So we'd use feet. So the answer, we do foot. This pen keeps not working, but... So number 2, the length of the cafeteria. So the cafeteria is a pretty big place. So if we take a look at our measurements, we should know that inch is too small, as per usual, and mile is too big, and feet, there might be too many. So let's go with yards here. And lastly is the length of your shoes. So mile, once again, too long. Yard is too long, and feet are too long, which means inches would be correct. So just take it into like relative perspective, and it should be easy. Went to the section 2, choose the best unit of measure, and it's the same thing: inches, foot or feet, yard, and then mile. So let's take a look at this here. Sal rides the bus 3 blank to school. So most things is, if it's like a vehicle, then it's probably going to be the mile. Because inches is way too small, feet are way too small, and yards are way too small. Let's take a look at number 2. A football is about 1 blank long. So if it's one thing, it can't be 1 inch because that's way too small. It can't be 1 mile because that's huge. And it can't be 1 yard because that's way too big. And a football is around 1 foot long. And let's do number 3. Sarah's math book is 11 blank long. So it can't be 11 miles because that's way too long. 11 yards is 33 feet, and 11 feet is way too big, which means it's probably going to be inches. So the best advice I have for finding out this is to just go elimination and find out what's too big and what's too small. Moving on to this section, choose the unit you would use to weigh each, right? Ounce or pound. So an ounce is smaller than a pound. That's basically all you have to know. So let's take a look at numbers 1, 5, and 6. So for number 1, we have a pencil. Now a pencil, if a pencil weighed a pound, it'd be so way too difficult to carry. So it's got to be an ounce. Once you understand the basis of how heavy an ounce and a pound is, these should be relatively easy. Because if like number 2, or number 5, sorry, if a book was an ounce, that'd be way too light, which means a book is a pound, not an ounce. For number 6, we have a penny. Yeah, everyone knows pennies are really light, which means they're ounces, not pounds. So once again, you just gotta take it into perspective and relative. And last section today is the word problems. We'll do number 1 and 2 here. So number 1 is a tree in the park is very tall. What unit would you use to measure its height? Inches or feet? So as we know, inches are smaller than feet. And if we get the information that it's very tall, then using inches wouldn't work because then it'd be too many inches, which means feet is our best answer choice. So feet. Let's write that down. And number 2, a road trip between 2 cities takes several hours to drive. What unit was used to measure the distance? Miles or yards? Now, as I told you, usually things related to driving are most usually miles. But this one, let's just think about it for a sec. It takes several hours, and it's 2 whole cities, which is most likely miles because yards are only 3 feet. So that's way too short. So it's not yards, but miles. So I hope you guys learned something today. And I hope you guys could use this for your future.